Joel Madden may be Australia's favourite adopted son, but the star coach and mentor on The Voice has always kept his private life very private. But then he invited me to meet the family. There's twin brother Benji, father-in-law Lionel Richie, and of course, Joel's wife, a celebrity in her own right, Nicole Richie. Do you remember the first time you met Joel?
I do remember the first time I met Joel. He was very shy, kind of kept to himself. I couldn't get a read on him for the life of me.
He's not what you expect, is he?
No, not at all. People look at him with his tattoos and wearing all black, and I think the perception is the polar opposite of what he actually is. He's actually very careful and an introvert and just, very, very shy.
Meeting Nicole was definitely, that's like a religious experience, That's like a life-changing, cathartic event. Meeting the person you know is going to be your wife. And beyond that, she's my best friend. It's the only person I've ever met that's as influential on my life as my brother, Benj.
She simply stopped you in your tracks, did she?
She did, like 180.
Joel and Nicole dated for just over a year before having daughter Harlow and then son Sparrow. They married in December 2010.
Our entire relationship, we've just kind of thrown all of the ideas that we've grown up believing that that's how you have to be. We kind of threw that all out the window. So it really was never, we didn't have a timeline of getting married or when we were going to have children, and that's just how we've always kind of rolled.
Is he a romantic?
He's very romantic, yes. Yes, he is. He is an old-fashioned type of guy.
I mean, when you married Joel, you actually might have married Benji as well.
People do say that. Joel and Benj, they are the closest twins that I've ever met.
How did you feel when Joel got married then?
I'm really glad you asked me that.
Did she come between you at all?
No, I was kidding. No, you know what? Twins have it really weird because the only thing you're afraid of in life, nothing scares you except for losing your twin. And it's kind of like a double-edged sword because, you're always happy, but if your twin's not happy, you're not happy, So,
your other half is...
Yeah, that's your other half, So that was a relief when he married her. It was a relief.
A relief for Benji, but for Joel, there was still a few nerves. Meeting Nicole's dad, music legend Lionel Richie. It was an introduction neither will ever forget. Is it true that when Nicole brought Joel home, you actually thought, this is not what I was expecting or thinking?
This was not Prince Charming, let me be honest with you. I just didn't have this quite in my sights.
Tell me you were a little intimidated, Joel.
Of course.
No, he was sweating.
He was sweating. I actually sweat when I get nervous. Like I break a sweat. Yeah, no. It's actually pretty funny to watch whenever you see, I get a little shaky and sweaty.
Yeah, I went from the intimidator to, damn, I felt sorry for him. I felt so sorry for him.
Did you cover up or?
No.
Did you present the tattoos early in the piece?
I was kind of half. I was wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah, I didn't know it went all the way down. I just thought it just kind of stopped right about it.
Had you heard of Good Charlotte?
Yes. Oh, no, I knew the group, absolutely.
Okay, so there was a plus?
That was income. That's all that's all I kept thinking about. There's a working band that's making money. Hallelujah. Just don't bring me home a drummer.
But their relationship has now developed into a strong bond.
Yeah, so we actually had something in common. Which was we were in the same business.
And Nicole doesn't want to hear about it.
And Nicole
we have to talk to each other.
Yeah. So we made a deal. There was a great deal that we made back in the early stages. I said, because he would come to me on certain days going, that look that only Nicole can give you where you've been spun. She does the web around you and then you get all confused because you can't remember what the argument was in the first place.
Yeah.
And so he would come to me and say, oh, God. I said, so you had an argument? He said, yeah, God, it's just, I don't know. I said, Joe, from now on I can make this relationship very easy. When you have an argument, before you say anything else, pick up the phone and call me.
Really? Wow.
Pick up the phone, call me.
It's true.
And I told him, I said, and I'll tell you exactly how to get out of it, because I have more training, I have more experience.
You've been there.
And he was on this, but it's the principle. I mean, that's not what it is. That's not what
Like, Joel.
And I said, Joel, chill out. You're about to blow a fuse.
After more than a decade touring, in 2011, Good Charlotte decided to take a break.
Australia, this is The Voice.
And that's when The Voice came calling.
Joel Madden, singer, songwriter, producer.
Going into a television program like The Voice or any of the talent shows, did you think to yourself, as many others have, I'm selling out?
I never think about selling out.
I'm cashing in?
I never think about that. I only do what I'm convicted to do, and the sellout conversation will always be had by music fans. That conversation's been had since we started, and you just have to accept that.
But his role on The Voice opened the door to this.
That's why I'm easy, baby. Well, I'm easy.
An opportunity to sing with his legendary father-in-law.
Come on, Joel, sing it for me. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy.
He was nervous that day, and I was nervous, but for a whole different reason.
What were you nervous about?
I was nervous for him. And then, just before the thing started, Joel, we're right into the performance, and Joel says to me, just as our segment comes up, he goes, "Oh my God, it's Lionel Richie. You're Lionel Richie." And I said, "Joel, not now. not now,
No, you
Joel."
forget, you forget, and
Yeah,
then all of a sudden you're on stage and you're like, oh, shit.
That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
That particular performance was something I'll never forget.
And now we have to find that time to go right in the studio, close the door, and just
Make some music.
It takes 5 minutes. We're going to do it.
So we're going to see more.
Are you going to hear and see more?
Wow.
Yeah.
The TV Week Logie goes to
For Joel Madden, coming to Australia has been the gift
Joel Madden.
that just keeps giving.
This is the first time I've ever been called the best new anything, so
One that makes brother Benji a little nervous.
this means a lot to me. Thanks a lot. In Australia, you guys are hardcore. Like, in Australia, when somebody, like, He's like, don't mess it up for us over there, to me, when I
Yeah, that's what I said to him. There's a thing I watch when somebody gets like really big, everybody just kind of like
turns their back on them.
like, no, they just kind of like
Where it
cut
cuts
them
off
back
the
down to
legs.
size.
You're right. It's the tall poppy syndrome.
Tall
Yeah,
poppy.
and they cut them back down to size, and I'm like, don't
That's
make
called
them.
tall poppy, Bench.
Don't. Yes, thank you, Mr. Australia.
If she has like an event or something to go do at nighttime and she misses bedtime, I'll keep the kids up and they'll watch SportsCenter with me
What?
until 9 p.m.
Oh, hello.
You know, 'cause
Around the
it's
family
easier
pool,
than them in their
it's
room calling
easy
you
to
'cause they know I'll
assume
come
Joel
every time.
Madden lives very much the lifestyle of the rich and famous.
That's what she's giving you that look. Just stay strong. I tell you.
You're on your own, Joel. The truth is, he's never forgotten his working class background. A humble would-be Australian who is incredibly normal.
Rubbish. I think probably the only reason people maybe feel like they relate to me is because I'm doing exactly what they're doing. I think 99% of people are just trying to figure life out, and we're terrified of messing up because we don't want to. Well, I don't want to screw up a good thing. I have a beautiful wife who loves me and 2 kids who I love, and I think my biggest fear is somehow screwing it up and it being taken away from me, because that's all I wanted growing up.